I wish to thank the CEO of the company, Art Woman, for MediSys Company Intent Care Product, for choosing me as your business consultant. And today, my duty is to give you an overall understanding and a view of the product development and a consultation on the progress report of what we have found out in your company. Therefore, I would like to first of all, to give an introduction to the problem of the context, and also to understand the problem analysis and justification of the selected courses, and also the steps that can be taken as to overcome the problems. In the beginning, I would like to stress that there are external and internal pressures on MediSys and company. Therefore, as a competitive threat, we find two major public competitors who have come to the new market, where there's a great danger that if they implement their products, the company will lose many of their products and then the resale. And the market dynamics are slowing growth, and the investment stakes like 20.5 million committed to intent care medicine must be ambitious project might be lost in the sense of this one if there is no proper this thing. And also today we find in the internal context, the organizational shifts which is recently made by President Adbermont, and also team composition, intense care team, and the marketing engineers, software regulatory reductions have made it impossible for them to do that all that. So Project Urgency, which was 2019 launch, has been made, but still it has happened. So, as I understand some of the key problems here, the leadership and authority problems are vital. The weak project leadership and also confusion over authority have made it impossible for people to understand to whom they should be responsible in their life. And also team dynamic and conflicts, the functional silos and mistrust that some of their organizations and the engineering, software, marketing, regulatory protect their own business world in their own departments rather than thinking in overall company. So avoidance of open communications and the problems are hidden are discussed privately instead of being addressed transparently in the team meetings have become one of the great problems for these interpersonal conflicts. Yeah. And also I understand that there's a structural and process issues. For example, new parallel development system which was introduced to speed up the innovation and it clashes with the old functional reporting system. Team members still report to the functional bosses, so loyalty remains divided. The lack of integration has caused a little ground to this problem. The strategic and marketing pressure on realistic deadlines market then has made it impossible for people to understand what it should be take. So competitive pressure and high stakes, 2.5 million investment, the league judges the company history, creates the pressure and the fear and the failure. Further, the cultural problem shift from entrepreneurial to the command and control. Employees struggle to adapt to the government's push to speed and cross-functional collaboration. Therefore, it has become a distrust and new hires versus veterans, long-time staff and distrustful incomers have made it impossible. And then a blaming culture has begun in the company where they, rather than going ahead and finding solutions, they have come to a state where they find fault with others. And therefore, I understand as a real problem is not just technical setbacks but misalignment between the organizational structure, leadership, and team dynamics. The projects are crippled by the unclear authority and also interpersonal conflict, functional silos, and unrealistic timeline in highly competitive market have made it impossible for people to go through. So my consultation process, purpose, and the framing of our consultation is basically to challenge and manage in the intense care project people and the processes, and to identify the root causes and to develop and to recommendation to ensure on-time launch and long-term success. So this is my purpose, and this is the purpose for which I am doing this. So as a focus of this cross-functional team dynamics and project execution have been studied, an approach would be root cause analysis grounded in the management literature on teams and the projects. And the outcome will be actionable insights to resolve debates and also module design and boost performance, preparing a full report in the later years to come. And keep problem identification, apparent problem, ineffective cross-functional collaboration. So this is one of the most important thing that where you have to face and then make commitments. Core issues are team members prioritize functional interests over holistic project goals, undermining the parallel development of the company. And observable symptoms are indicating problems are no agenda time for modular design, debate critical for adoption, project lead Jack Fogel overly forge on the production details, focus on the production details, and frequent individual meetings but limited to whole teams, etc. So root cause analysis, the diagram root cause analysis layers of contributing factors are basically the first level cause is the main bones, functional loyalties are problem there, and high level causes sub bones, and the root causes are deepest ones which have been studied. The justification selected course, functional silos high level course, explanation, the team members, FOGL production, and the different functional priorities. The relevance and importance directly erodes parallel developments, and bigger picture focus has been lost in the company. Research shows that silo structures reduce cross-functional innovation. As I said earlier also that most of the time the people would like to work in their own silos and in their own departments rather than thinking of the whole company and the growth of the company. And justification goes to the explanation is lead to Excel production interface but lacks cross-functional authority. Because when there is no person who is responsible directly with authority, the people are not worried about to whom they are responsible and they don't get the clear instructions. So therefore, it is very important that you have the authority figure in front of them, and also the research-based parenting and support should be given to them to identify their mistakes to come out in their life. So therefore, as practical solution, I have found to first is strengthen the leadership and the clarity and the authority that is given to the people. I want you to appoint a stronger project leader or give Fogel more authority and leadership support who can balance the technical, business, and cross-functional needs. So clear defined roles and decision rights, example marketing, which can be customers and bribes and customer market requirements, engineering brands or technical feasibility, regulatory ensures the compliance. So each one who is there should be given proper authority to exercise their functions. And also it is needed important to provide executive backing so the leaders can make blinding decisions instead of deferring to functional managers. When a proper power is given to the executive so that they would stand by them and they know that they would be backed by the management so that they are not afraid to take decisions and go ahead. So then when you are having this scenario where you strengthen the leadership, the benefit is that it reduces the confusion, aligns accountability with the authority, and prevents hidden problem solving outside official meeting, which is very vital and important in a function. And then secondly, it's also another uh, important thing that you give the practical solution is adjust and project plan, manage market expectations. Reassures the timeline is modularity and quality cannot be both delivered by August. So therefore, you need to be practical and move towards a situation where you can launch with pilot sites and lead hospitals to test functionality while marketing emphasizes the continuous improvement. So that the benefit would be the balance, speed, and the quality reduces the regulatory and reputed the risk and allows medicine to remain competitive without overwhelming. So